I'm okay. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I will try to explain and to summarize the study on market demand, supply, and competitiveness. The study is divided into into five chapters. The first one, the market trends in adventure tourism. The second, the outbound markets for adventure tourism, the analysis of tour operators and products, the recommendations, and then a small chapter about the situation COVID-19 that is done in July 2020. First of all, the first chapter is based on the conceptualization, identification of the characteristics and trends of adventure travel. The main task was to gather information about the importance of adventure tourism in outbound markets, how the adventure demand is evolving, or how the stakeholders are adapting to attract the demand, among other aspects. Here you have the main trends about adventure tourism according to the Adventure Travel Trade Association. Hiking, cycling, safaris, culinary activities and wellness are at the top of the activities. Custom itineraries are very important. Scandinavia, South America, Northern and Southern Africa, and Middle East are the main outbound adventure countries. The 83 of adventure tour companies have more gross revenue in 2018 than in 2017. And adventures clients are between the age of 52 and 70, and the average age of the adventure traveler is around 49 years old. The second chapter is based on the description of outbound markets. Medusa partners chose 5 main countries. Okay, to choose these countries, there were a criteria that were focused on the market, and these criteria were the markets have the main the countries have the main source markets for adventure tourism. The countries have many well-established tour operators already, and the countries are part of the extensive networks that will enable Medusa project products entering. Finally, the 5 markets that Medusa partners choose were France, Germany, Norway, United Kingdom, and United States of America. For the selected markets, generic fact sheets have been described with the following information to each market. So here you have more or less all the information for each market. First, general information, then travel trade of the market, flight connections with the Medusa countries, bank holidays for the market volume, the general travel profile, and then more specific for adventures. Adventure tourism in the market itself, characteristics of adventure traveler in the market, related institutions of adventure media, adventure events and exhibitions, and highlights of the market. The third chapter is the analysis of tour operators of each country market. We identified and analyzed the most important tour operators in each country, specialized in adventure tourism. The tour operators of each market have been selected according to the importance of outbound markets. Tour operators specialized in different types of activity. Large tour operators and smaller ones too. Importance of the tour operator within the market itself, and the possibility of cross-selling. For example, UK sells to all English-speaking countries. The initial prevision was to consider 50 tour operators, but the characteristics of the project and the fact that the partners have different activities to promote and market led to increase until 64. So we have identified 236 tour operators in global, and we analyze it 64 tour operators of different specialization. Here you have an example of the fact sheet that we use and we fill. The most important items in this fact sheet is the products, the part of the products. This section lists the most important products or activities that one tour operator offers, as you can see in the fact sheet. Then the second part is the details on the left side with the main characteristics of the tour operator, both in internal company terms, for example, the year of the constitution, or type of the product that is offering. For example, if a product is guided or self-guided. There is also one part of sustainability communication, the importance that the tour operator gives to sustainability, okay? And then the observation are the highlights of our analysis on the tour operator's website. Here, there are different kind of information depending on the tour operators. And then on the right side, you have the products in Medusa country. This is, means that one tour operator maybe is selling already some products. So we put in this chart which kind of products they are selling, okay, and also in which different Medusa countries. The products have been listed according to the countries and activities. But as Italy and Spain tend to have a large portfolio of products in the different tour operators, it has been considered important to detail the products specifically selling in these two partner regions, so Puglia and Catalonia. The next chapter was the analysis of products sold by tour operators. The initial prevision was to analyze 15 products, and finally we analyzed around 31 products from 28 different tour operators. This analysis focused on the target segment, for example, if the product was for women or young people, tour duration, short breaks, long trips, and diverse destination. In total, the products analyzed were from 22 destinations. In some cases, we analyzed package outside Medusa countries, okay, because we think that was very interesting to have different types of products as an example to design better products. The select products are programmed in 19 different countries, 22 destinations and 19 different countries. Here you have an example of the fact sheets, okay? First, well, you have a lot of information, so basic characteristics of the product, then the additional information, additional information, and other observation and comments about the each product. And then I enter into the chapter recommendations, that is the key information and the recommendations to design adventures. These recommendations are focused on 5 types of products, which have been described in more depth. As you see now, we have decided 5 Medusa activities that are hiking, trekking, leisure cycling, mountain biking, diving, and multi-activity, and we compare with the top 5 activities. This recommendation section is very important because we design a list of features of adventure tourist package, how to introduce the destination to tour operators, how to design the products for each audience, and also the characteristics of the main tourist products according to the type of the activity. Apart from the 5 top, Medusa has also other activities. Medusa countries are developed also other activities that are bird watching, horse riding, kayaking, rock climbing, and snow activities. And this we also analyze it, but in not as deep as deeper as the top 5. The way of introducing the destination to the outbound market depends a lot on the product and the target. Okay, it's not the same to introduce a multi-activity product for young people in the United States or in Germany. So the recommendation how to introduce the destination were based on the below items: the analysis of the tour operator. So the more knowledge about the tour operator, more possibilities of successful, the creation of a dossier, the attendance at specialized fairs with a commercial agenda, fun trips, very important too, workshops, okay, great opportunity to meet many companies in a short time, prices, think about commissions, for example, and cultural differences. More knowledge about the outbound market means more facilities to sell and marketing the product. Then the other recommendation is how to design products for each audience. Depending on the target audience, the product will be different because it depends on the needs, on the interest, and the characteristic of each audience. According to ATA, adventure tourism could be divided into 5 groups that you have here: older travelers, families, women, solo travelers, okay, and young adults. I have to finish, so I will pass very quickly to the end. This study gives recommendation to build up a specific products for each target group, okay, depending on their needs. And finally, we analyzed it and we did a recommendation about the characteristic of the main tourist products. So the top 5 Medusa activities. That it means that we write a short description about the products, and also we focus on the customer profile and the specific characteristic of each product. This means that all the recommendation allows to DMCs or allows to companies to set up products very specific for the product itself, the activity itself, excuse me, and for the target itself. And the last one is the culture and gastronomy that here, that is a general. It's a transversal products. We have in a activity like cycling, we have also culture and gastronomy inside the product when we set up the product. Okay, and the last one is about COVID. Well, it's clearly that adventure tourism will be reinforced as the activities are developed in open air, and the tour operators will have an important paper, okay, because they could ensure a safety travel to their clients. But we need also to wait a little bit how all these tour operators and the network will finish, because when COVID will finish, we will see the situation of the small tour operators and the trade. Thank you very much for your attention.